First of all, the reason we're doing this is because this ignition likes to get stuck and you gotta give it the bump. Which isn't a huge deal until somebody else who's not you is driving it and they don't know how to do it. And they sit there and they're fiddling with it and can't get it to turn and rah. So anyway, things first, you're gonna wanna pop your hood open. And you got one of two options. You can either pull battery terminal, or if you're lazy and don't want to follow the proper directions, find your starter relay, which is that guy. Pull your starter relay. You're going to see why we absolutely have to do this in a second. I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'm going to lower this just for ease of access, but my cover's all kind of broke and crappy. But you want to carefully fish this out. You know, I say carefully if yours is in good shape. So I'm going to use two hands for this. But be gentle, and that goes a long way. Okay. So we're going to put the pick in the hole, and then you're going to rotate your key. Might need to go use a straight pick, by the way. Yeah, this is not long enough. So get a straight pick. Don't use a right angle. Okay, do that. And you're going to push in as you rotate the key forward. Come on, baby. Of course, now it doesn't want to work at all. There we go. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. There we go. This lock cylinder is a touch worn out. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. Okay, so we're going to come over to our bench here. One thing I want you to keep in mind is your vehicle will be in the accessory position while you do this. So if you got a weak battery or something, you know, keep that in mind. Also, my table's a mess. So flame me in the comments, that's fine. But we're going to do a good job regardless of the mess. We've got our old cylinder. Okay. All the parts for a new cylinder. And there's nothing in here, so the key fits in super easy. Because we have to populate it with all these little coated lock doohickeys. Hold the ignition cylinder so that the side of the tumbler spring well, that's this, is facing up. I'll put these next to each other. First tumbler to be loaded will be the first key cut position. First number in the key code. So I need to look for key codes on this. There's no code on this. So I think what I'm going to have to do is pull these out so that I know what's what. Something tells me there's a high probability I'm going to mess this up. So the way that we're going to know if we did this correctly is this sidebar right here should be flush after you put the key in. So if we put, you gotta wiggle it a little bit because this key's messed up, but that goes flush. I don't know if you can see that. It's actually mostly just the front of it's flush. And if we pull out, see how it comes back out? It's very slight. Also, I noticed that this guy, that's in right now, that seems to come out as well. So that should be the way that we can know. We'll check that. This one, okay, this is just from the key going in, so that means nothing. But this guy is perfectly flush because there's no tumblers in there yet. So we're going to work on that. So this is the old one. I pried this open. I think I need to be able to get the key code off these tumblers. So we are beyond the point of no return if I screw up. LOL. I think we'll be okay. We'll have some extra springs and stuff too. We should be able to easily make a working cylinder out of one of these somehow. Okay. They don't want to come out on their own. You gotta kind of suck them out, I think. I don't really want to just dump them. Someone won't be able to know what goes where. Well, that's an interesting problem. False alarm. They will come out. That one is coming. So I gotta find a way to do this without losing my order. That's going to be tricky, to be honest. These are also probably not numbered, is going to be my guess. They're not numbered. Oh, wait. Yes, they are numbered. Okay, good. So that goes that way. Okay. Well, it's going to be fun. So we're going to place these. Try to... Oh, that actually is good. So that's one. Okay. Watch me get lucky and they all come out one by one in the proper order. I doubt that's going to happen. Oh my god. Number 3 is just came out. That's cool. Well, we'll take our wins when we can get them, I guess. Just gotta be careful I don't send 2 out at the same time and not know which one goes where. Alright, so this is like an electrical crimp removal set. This might be able to get in there and push these. Can I get them from the backside? No, that doesn't connect, I guess. Guys, I really am not knowledgeable enough about locks to be showing you anything. But we're learning together. And they tell me that's a good thing to do, I guess. I should have more room now, though, which is good. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Gotta lay these in the correct orientation. They all kind of look the same to me. Don't know if that's because I'm blind to how this is supposed to work, or if I got the wrong parts. I don't know. We're going to find out together. If you don't have patience, don't do this. Find somebody with patience. I got them all out. I did damage this cylinder a little bit, but it really shouldn't matter because it's the old one. So now we got to figure out all these numbers. And I actually might blur these out because I think you could technically get my key. Not that I really think that anybody's going to go out of their way to make a lock cylinder for an 05 Silverado and then try to steal it. But, you know, I guess better safe than sorry or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and match them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll match them all up, and then we'll go ahead and install them. Okay, so I have matched all these up. It's very difficult to do, like, just visually. That should be correct. Mash them all down. And then that makes this poke out. So when I put this key in, yep, it should go in. Take the key out, it should go out. Keep in mind there's no tension on these yet, so they're going to kind of not float the best. Check that out. If you had like a super small pair of pliers, like jeweler's tools maybe, that would be a pretty cool setup for this. Wow. There's one. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. We're gonna be fast forwarding through this. Let me tell you what. Oh boy. This will be fun. Okay, that's about right. So before we go crimping that way down, key seems to go in, seems to do its job. I guess we'll push these down a little further. Okay. Well, we're going to have to just test it out and see if it works. Alright, this is going to be the moment of truth. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. You love to see it. Now we're just going to pop all this back on. And that's it for this job. That was actually not too awfully bad. I will say it was definitely a little bit patience, trying on your patience. but really not a bad job overall. Put the starter relay back in, and then we'll make sure everything still works. And it really should. It obviously turns, but I want to make sure the truck starts. Okay. Let's get in here. Ready? Boom. Boom. Okay, you still got to push in a little bit. You know, it's not perfect. That's weird. So I think, dude, it's been so long since I've had this ignition working. I think you do still have to, like, just make sure the key is kind of... It works pretty darn good. It's maybe a little tiny bit sticky still, but it's going to be fine. Go ahead and do this ABS module. I should only need these to cut a zip tie I have under there, and then a 3mm Allen. If yours has never been replaced, you're going to have a Torx, and I don't remember what size it is, 15 probably. Alright, so you're not really going to be able to see what I'm doing, but you're just coming along for the adventure, I suppose. So we're going to pull this guy off. I'll pull this guy off. Come on. This connector is always a pain in the butt. There we go. And you really want to check this connector for any debris inside because it's upward facing, and any debris inside will just completely jack up your connection to it. Got a pretty corroded pin in there. That's not great. Huh. It's good to know. Let's see what we got going on here. It looks much better on this side, but they're not perfect. Very interesting. Wow. I'll replace the module anyway and go from there. I already bought it. I ain't returning it. I don't even know if I can return it. Oh, I lost my 3mm already. There it is. It's an easy one. So those front two that are a little trickier. Alright. Okay. And the module should come off now. If it's real dirty, you should probably clean up around it. Mine's pretty clean, so we're good. Cool. And that's it. So you're going to want to clean out all your bolt heads and see some of the debris in there. And then I'm going to re-anti-seize these. Got the new anti-seize on there, all cleaned up, clean the heads out. So let's put her back in. You should always inspect the cylinders here too. Plungers, they're all good on this. I checked them earlier this year as well. So they're good. But give them a glance. Make sure you're happy with them. Check this surface as well for any debris. So it's going to be a little bit because it's not sealed all the way over to the edge. But shouldn't be too much. So I'm going to get a rag actually and check that out in a mirror. Pretty clean. Well, let's just do it. No time like the present. Something like that. Something, no time like the present. There you go. Easy enough. Get our bolts and our wrench over here. Also, by the way, these things, I feel like they thread like absolute crap. So unfortunately, they like always feel tight. You know, I have a lift, and here I am laying on the ground because I didn't feel like driving to the shop just to do this. Honestly, this is one of those few tasks that's almost easier on the ground, so I can just lay here with my arms pretty comfortably over my head. Whereas on the lift, I'd be like in kind of a weird upward angle with my neck trying to see this. That sounds healthy. Rather than try to figure out what's wrong, we're just going to send it. Just the noise it makes. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and plug our harnesses back in. I did check them for debris earlier. That pin's a little sus. We might take it back off and clean it. I just want to check and see if we lost our ABS light before we go doing all that, just to kind of get a controlled test. And that's it. She's installed. I've still got the ABS fuse pulled, so we're going to probably have to, put that back in if we expect to have ABS. Seems like a good idea. It'd help if I didn't drop it in the wrong spot and actually put it where it belongs. That's beside the point. There we go. Alright, the moment of truth. Well, that's not great. Well, I feel like the light should have gone out immediately on startup, but we'll back her up and go forward and see what happens. Yeah, it's not good. That's surprising to me. I don't know why this isn't going out. Maybe I'll pull the battery terminal and see. Although pulling the fuse should theoretically do the same thing. Dadgummit. So I felt a little brake activation and the light just went off. We're going to hope and pray that that is going to solve the problem. We're going to take her around the block. So far, so good. Keep your fingers crossed here that it doesn't flip right back on, but it was solid on, I believe, before I pulled that fuse, so it should be good as long as it doesn't come back. I also got to figure out why my brakes are squeaking. They're not low, so that's going to be another project, but I just want to fix the ABS first. So far, so good. We'll obviously get more miles on it to tell for sure, but so if you'll notice, that other lock cylinder, the new lock cylinder came with that white, like, lock cylinder grease, and I actually don't like that stuff. I feel like in the wintertime it just gets all coagulated. So we're going to give her a 2 to crown, which of course is my favorite lubricant on the face of the earth. We're going to work that in there. Sorry guys for the visuals here, but... And actually what I'm going to do is put a little bit right in here past this plastic, because that will actually get on top of the lock cylinder and seep in. I should have sprayed some in before I put the cylinder in, but I just didn't think about it. It'll be fine. So as far as the brake noise, hoping to find some answers under here. Well, that's weird, because there ain't a damn thing wrong with it. Huh. Maybe it's hitting the rust ridge. I don't know. Thing's making a heck of a lot of noise for no reason. Unless these drums are just super warped, maybe. I don't know, guys. It's awfully strange. Maybe it's these little nicks here? I don't know, but there's really nothing wrong. Nothing too alarming about it. Worst part is the drum came off without even being adjusted out. Oh, I found the problem. Check that out. Check that out. She popped over. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. That was not in place. And that's why it's making horrendous noises. Look at that ridge right there. Okay, this makes a lot more sense to me now because, I don't know if I installed it wrong or if it just managed to do that on its own. That's awfully surprising if it did it on its own. I think I might have messed up when I installed these. That's pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you. And now this won't fit on there because it's adjusted out to the correct size. Well, maybe it will. There isn't much of a rust ridge because I cleaned it all off, so. Very interesting. That is a new one for me. Much better. Tire on there. See how that goes with the tire on it. Okay. That's a little better. Very good. We're gonna adjust these drums after, but I like doing it with the tire on. So I wanna see what we got going on over here now. This one's good. And no ridge in the drum, so we know that's good. A little bit of brake dust, but that's fine. Pads are good. Okay, so I'm comfortable with this one. Very good. Very good. All right, now we do the dirty here and adjust these fellas. I'm right here, genius. My dog is being ornery. There we go. I like that. You shouldn't have to be adjusted much. I mean, it was close. I just pulled it off, but I just wanted to touch it up. Because I, of course, had it very wrongly adjusted. Given the fact that it was rubbing. I'd say that's pretty close. Okay, guys, these are too cool. Check this guy's lawn ornaments out. Way too cool. Alright. We're gonna go down this hill. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, dude, she is smooth as silk. You love to see it. You just love to see it. I kind of want to try to get the ABS to activate as well. Man, that is a good find. No noise. That is great. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Sounds so much better. Look how steep this hill is. I don't know if you can tell, but like that is level. I'm not joking. That's literally level. It's a friggin' hill. Those are just a couple small repairs, but man, do they make me feel good to have that stuff figured out and taken care of. Not super high dollar, but just the annoying stuff, especially when you have lights on the dash. It's like, yeah, I know that you don't really need ABS, especially in the middle of summer, but it's just nice to know that's there and know that you don't have the lights on the dash. So anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. God bless America, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.